Welcome to the Keeping It Wood podcast.
Sound effects enter here.
Graphics.
Graphics.
Sponsored by jjwoodcomedy.com. A bunch of cool shows. I'm coming your way. Buy a t-shirt. Fuckers. Share a reel. Fucking subscribe to this channel. Do all that cool stuff. This is also brought to you by the legend Float OKC, the greatest place to change your mind and body for the better. It will give you a complete 180, located at 180 West 15th Street. That's right. Go to Float OKC and float your problems away, man. Fuck yeah.
I thought you were doing fake ads again like last time.
No, I've actually gotten.
I was like, that's a real,
I got real sponsors.
Okay,
now.
so I'm like, that's a real place. You're gonna get in trouble.
Oh no, I go there. I go there once a month. Yeah,
I go like there once a month. The Joe Rogan thing, like where you like sitting like in the pod thing.
Yeah, that sensory deprivation tank.
Yeah,
dude, it's fucking dope.
How do you float in there? Because I've never figured out swimming. Like if it was like just like float.
It's just like this.
Like, I don't have the buoyancy.
It's just like the salt or whatever. It's just like it just
so
naturally
like
floats.
Focus on your breathing to make yourself float. Just what?
Yep, you just lean back and just bloop bloop, and you're just chilling. But you can shut the door. You can leave it open. You can leave the light on. You can leave the light off. You can play music in there. I just fucking raw dog that shit. Shut the door, black everything out, and just go in.
I mean, if I had to do it not to, sound like a Midwestern bro, I'd Rogan it. You know what I mean? In the dark with silence.
Yeah. That's the best way to go. Man, you feel so good coming out of that. It's just like you're just completely relaxed.
Like I'm fucking drowning, bro.
Yeah, no, I mean, they have like a pillow that you can put in there as well. Like, and just kind of like float around on that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'd be like, oh.
Because you have to like put in like earplugs and stuff because like the salt water in your ear kind of fucking sucks.
It would do wonders for my dreads.
Oh, it would do wonders for your dreads.
You had dreads, right? Did you show me your dreads once?
No, I didn't. I just
dirty?
I just didn't brush my hair for a while.
It's dirty?
Yeah. I never dude, as much as when I was playing reggae music, dude, there were so many people like, you gonna get dreads? You're gonna get dreads? And I was like, nah, bro, I'm gonna end up pissing off all the other white people here, dude. No one else really.
There's already
a
white dread musician in town, by the way. There can't be two of us.
Yeah.
Not in Oklahoma. No. This town's not big enough.
So I cut my hair, dude, and I was like, can't do that.
Well, you had very long hair when I met you.
Dude, yeah, it was down to here. What was that? That was 13 years ago.
Oh, that was a weird laugh.
13 years.
My favorite.
It's so funny. Yeah, man. Last time you were here, we ate McDonald's.
McRibs, baby.
The McRibs, dude. It was the first time I had it. It was amazing. It was incredible. I had several people send me very strong worded messages afterwards.
About McRibs?
Yeah, about McDonald's.
Good or bad?
No, it was like McDonald's. That they were just like, no, how dare you eat McDonald's when they're supporting the fucking genocide? And I was just like, hey, man.
You sound like someone who's never had a McRib.
Right.
It sounds like.
I was like, listen, that McRib was fucking amazing, dude.
You need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they were just really upset about that. And I was like, listen, man, I understand your heart's in the right place. You want to make some sort of difference,
McDonald's is the fucking.
But McDonald's is not it, dude. McDonald's was not the difference that you were going to make.
I like to do things that people protest. If you get in my way or stop traffic, I don't know what you're protesting, but if you make me late to work because of your protest in the street, I'm going to now do whatever it is you're protesting way more.
Right.
So if you're protesting meat, I'm going to stop and buy all the meat I can on the way home to eat.
Yeah.
If you're protesting fur, oh, baby, buy me a new little fur comforter.
Ooh, there you go.
If you're protesting... I was going to say something. I was just going to keep going this rabbit hole.
Keep going. See, when they were protesting Target, there wasn't that many people in Target. Okay, I'm going to go there.
Target, not white women.
Yeah, fucking. We're going to protest Target. Actually,
no.
I don't want to do this. White women are going
the
crazy.
Brush nickel. Hell no, dude.
You're right.
Those home goods, man.
Dude, white women are going crazy. Especially with this whole fucking hobby horse and shit that I just discovered 10 minutes ago.
I'm so mad that you just discovered this.
Why are you mad? This is funny. This is like, I'm seeing this for the first time. Fresh new eyes.
Because I feel like if I knew you, I could have
a virgin perspective.
Like years ago.
Yeah. No, this shit.
They have like a world championship of it.
Look at her hops.
Bro, they go to like Vegas and have like a whole arena for them to do these. Now, granted, the stands are empty.
Right.
But like...
it's there. They're in the arena.
I mean, there's less people in a WNBA game, I'll tell you that much.
Bro. I mean, I wonder...
WNBA game.
I wonder... I want to know what conclusion she jumps to. That was 100.
I know what conclusion her parents jumped to. We failed. I'm kidding. No one has parents that does that. That's I don't have.
If you're hobby horsing, you have no. This one was what got me. Oh shit! Hold on. She's having a full-blown panic attack before, or like right after her practice run. It wasn't that great. I'm never gonna get that scholarship.
Sprinkles broke his ankle.
There's no sprinkles.
We're gonna have to put down Sprinkles.
Winners get sprinkles.
There's
no sprinkles in my future.
Do you send your dead hobby horse to the glue factory or to the lumber yard?
Bro, I just want to know. Is there
do you still have to shoot in the head or do you just break the stick?
Is there like a hobby horse and like donkey show? I guarantee.
A hobby donkey?
If you get
hobby donkey show?
Yes. If like you get on OnlyFans, I'm guarantee there's one there. I guarantee there's one there.
You think there's bestiality on OnlyFans?
I knew a girl that stuck. I knew there's
Steven, show the clip. Pull it up. Your guy in the booth is not doing a good job here. Pull it up for us, please. Show me donkey. No, I'm just kidding. No. I don't want to Google that. I do want to Google it.
I knew a girl who allegedly put a snake in her.
Is there bestiality on OnlyFans? Even Google doesn't even want to translate what I said.
You know, Siri got an N-word pass.
Get the fuck out of here.
It did. Like,
prove it. Okay. Do it right now.
Nah, you can't get me there.
Does it change the voice of Siri?
No.
Ah, JJ, what you talking about?
Yeah,
I was so racist.
No,
I wish I hadn't done that on your radio show.
I had my AirPods in. I was walking my dog the other day, and my buddy just like texted me, and he said it. You know, and he's black. It was fine. But like,
the speak to text or whatever.
Yeah. And he like said it, and then I'm like listening to Siri say it, and I'm like, whoa! Like it just kind of caught me off guard.
I'm gonna Google the bestiality OnlyFans. I don't know about that. I feel like you couldn't. I don't know. I feel like if one person reported it, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely on the internet.
And
you wouldn't even have to dark web it. I feel like you could still find it without even having to dark web it.
How do you even get into the dark web, dude?
I don't know.
Actually, I don't want to.
You have to download an app. I know that much. I know you have to download it like an app kind of thing. And there's like a whole, I don't know. Beyond that, I don't know. I think I Googled it one time, and I felt like such a loser. I was like, how do you get on the dark web?
How do you do this?
I've never been on Google, and it gave me the option, like, do you want to look normal Google or scary Google? I never really gave me the option. But I was scary Google. When I was in
high school, I had a couple friends that were just like, "Hey, you want to watch this dude like blow his head off?" And I'm
Fuck
like,
yeah, dude.
Not really. It wasn't really.
You ever see the Gauntlet? You ever do the Gauntlet?
Nuh-uh.
Dude, I'm a fucked up internet video guy. My best friend Todd, you would know Todd, maybe. He used to work at this website called crazyshit.com, where it'd be like porn, but then also like suicide, crazy beheading videos and stuff like this.
Nice banana nut bread.
Well,
recipes.
every Tuesday they had the How High Did They Bounce compilation, and it'd be like 5 new videos every Tuesday. People jumping off buildings, like doing suicide, and like it was dark. He had actually stopped. But anyways.
He went to therapy for a minute, too.
It led us into a video. Well, because there was also some funny shit, too, kind of sprinkled in. But you had to, like, get through the fucked up shit. But there's this thing called the Gauntlet. And it's like, I want to say it's 10 or 13 of the most fucked up videos on the internet. But you want to win. You know what I mean? Win the Gauntlet. but you can't watch the next video until you've completely watched the previous video. Like, it knows. So you can't, like, fast forward through it. You can't skip. Just wait for it to be over. I mean, you can just turn away, I guess. But if the video is 10 minutes, you got to wait 10 minutes to the next video. It takes, like, 2 hours to do the gauntlet. Video number 1 is that scene from Jackass. They're doing, like, paper clips. Like, on the inside of their lips and their fingers. That's video 1. By video 3, it's a magician practicing a straitjacket stunt at home in his bathtub, underwater, and he doesn't get out.
Oh.
And he definitely dies, and you watch a man drown on camera. That's video 3.
Oh, man.
And then later on, there's like a Mexican cartel beheading video. It gets pretty twisted.
It's almost like we've become like numb to it because like.
No, I get on. By the end of the thing, you're like, I don't want to watch.
I get on like when I get on Twitter or X or whatever the fuck it's called. Elon, get your shit together, bro. Let's just go back to Twitter. No one's calling it X. I'm like scrolling through that shit and I'm like, oh, there's someone I know's booty hole, and then
you put nude on Twitter?
Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. I don't use Twitter. I got 36 followers on Twitter.
Oh, I'm at like 37.
That sucks because that's like what you rely on.
Hey, bro, that's 37 more than I had when I got the app, bro.
I've had those same followers since like 2009. 2009.
But yeah, like, I mean, there's just people constantly getting shot on Twitter. Like, we're just watching this shit, like, constantly. Oh, yeah.
Sure?
Dude, Twitter's a fucking porn site and a fucking dark web thing, dude.
Pardon me. Sorry, I'm re-downloading Twitter.
Hey, there you go. What's that at?
First tweet. I'm back, bitches.
Here to watch people die and see your buttholes.
So my tag name on everything is Riley Virus.
Okay.
But it's spelled Virus, like Miley. It was an inside joker, like Miley Cyrus, but Riley Virus. Anyways, it was my MySpace name.
Okay.
I've had that name and everything. But the only thing I don't have that name on is Twitter. It's my name on even PlayStation Network, everything. Except for Twitter. The Riley Virus on Twitter, I was like, you know what? I should just change my handle to be Riley Virus so it's, coercively throughout.
Right.
Nope, it's already taken.
Motherfuckers.
By a very large drag queen. She can have it.
That's all you, boo-boo.
I'm not fighting her for it.
Yeah.
She's earned that.
Speaking of the internet, do you follow... Oh, goddamn it. What is his name? I just spaced it. Old Time Hawkeye. That's what it is.
No.
Dude, this dude is the...
I bet you follow a lot of hot guys.
No, dude, this guy is the Bob Ross of cooking shows. And, it is so great.
I bet that chewing is loud on that microphone.
Oh, it might be.
These new mics, and it's like...
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about this microphone. I thought you meant like his.
No, yours right here. I picked up all of that. So no more of that. That was a loud noise.
No, you're good.
The Bob Ross of cooking
Old Time
shows.
Hawkeye.
Old Time Hawkeye. How'd you find him? It sounds like it sounds like a Google search of yours. Old timey hot guys.
It's Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. I think it's a hot guy.
Yeah.
JJ, Google. Show me old timey hot guys.
Why can I not find it? Why am I not?
No, it doesn't matter.
No.
Old timey Hawkeye.
Either way,
he's like the Marvel character Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Okay, and he cooks.
He does. He does a lot of cool things.
Naked?
Nope.
God damn it!
Just a dude with a big old mustache. Hold on.
You couldn't just Google old time Hawkeye and pull.
Well, I was trying to look him up on TikTok.
Is that his actual name?
I don't know what his actual name is.
Old time Hawkeye, YouTuber, old time Hawkeye. I've seen some of his videos pull up, but I never actually watched them.
Oh, dude.
I fucking just wait. I saw it. What if this was the burger?
Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
Oh, there's periods in between.
Made in our 1975 van, where we've been keeping up with the
It's so
Stanley Cup
peaceful.
playoffs.
I have watched this because I remember the Stanley Cup playoffs on the stereo. I have seen this.
It's so peaceful.
I hope he's got Geico, like we do, for peace of mind.
This is an ad for Geico?
Oh, he's throwing it in there.
Huh?
He's definitely throwing in the little advertisement for sure.
Well, it says right here in the tagline, something you need with Geico, and he even like added and then hashtag Geico partner.
Oh, see, that's where I'm at. The nice cold pop, bro. That's
Dude,
where
I'm obsessed with right now. I have an obsession with chips, potato chips.
okay.
Like obsession. Like over quarantine, I had diet wise like a fucking,
Right.
I didn't eat that shit, and now like over quarantine, I got obsessed with. I got my soda. Hadn't had soda in a while.
Do you want one of these?
Is it cold?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. So let's see. We'll,
No,
we'll
it's
judge your
scalding
ginger
hot.
ale. Let's judge your ginger
No,
ale.
this is his ginger ale, or not like it's the one that he usually drinks. I've never had it. My buddy Kenny though, the
I'm
other
a big
night.
I'm a big Canada Dry.
Listen,
Or
I like
Schweppes.
ginger ale too. I've never had this.
Schweppes.
We're trying this together.
Shasta ginger ale is disgusting.
I'm excited.
I'm a big ginger ale. I'm a big server ginger ale. Has almost more of a cream soda.
Yeah.
I mean, I just eat candy. Hold on, do like a wine thing, like a.
Dude, you know how much money those people make? They make so much fucking money.
The wine tasting people?
Yeah.
What are they called? Sommeliers?
Yep.
They have that little thing on their neck. Like that little cup thing that they pour the wine in and
My
drink it.
palate is worth $750,000
It's
million.
all bullshit. I taste
Fuck
woods.
you.
I taste earth. It's like I taste the gravel walkway that the barrel was rolled through to get there. I taste twigs and
a sinus
raspberry.
a sinus infection.
Bullshit. You're tasting nothing. You're tasting fucking toilet wine. Fuck.
Have you ever done like a coffee tasting? Are you a coffee person?
I'm not a coffee person.
Okay.
But I am working at that coffee bar now.
Yeah.
I am filling at that coffee bar now, the White Rock. I call myself a broista.
Broista.
Broista. I've learned how
That's
to
like
make
a daytime bartender.
I've learned how to make a latte and a cappuccino and all those other things, and I just make them all the same.
You should like. I'm gonna let you
Still
have
not that
this.
good yet, so it's all the same to me.
I used to be a broista myself, and every time I'd make a latte, I'd be like, "Thanks a latte."
Then I just punch you. I just don't know how to
really-
do the cool symbols on top because I don't know how to do a middle finger and a penis. Like in the foam art, you know what I mean?
Dude, anytime I tried to make a heart, it just looked like a dick.
Perfect. I would oh my god, I would just try to make hearts all the time. Holy shit, that was a good one.
Yeah, dude. That was almost a concern. Almost. So, Riley, last time you were here,
Yeah.
we were talking. You made the announcement that you were going to be on the Squid Games
Yeah.
reality show.
Yeah.
And it came out.
Nominated for People's Choice Award for Best Reality Show.
Let's go.
Didn't win.
Let's go.
Nominated.
It's a
But it won a
nomination.
BAFTA. I don't know what that is. I think it's like a British thing.
Mm.
But it's an award for
Or
television.
BAFTA? It sounds
Yeah.
like they're just calling me a bastard.
No, it's called the BAFTA. It won a BAFTA for Best Reality.
That's cool. And it was good.
But we were like in the running on People's Choice Award with like Survivor, Amazing Race, all these other things.
Right.
Didn't win. The Challenge.
You got a Netflix cred.
I do.
Like if you ever started comedy, you could literally put Netflix on your cred. I shit you not, dude.
I
have a buddy. I have a comedian buddy who was in a music video back in like the 90s or some shit like that. And then he headlined the comedy club one night, and then it was like VH1. And I was like, that's wild. Like you can do that.
I can. I'm probably not going to, but I could. So I totally
It
did
could
it.
happen.
So I just went to Comic-Con this past weekend in
Nice.
Dallas,
Nice.
Fan Expo in Dallas. And this thing I was going to do, I totally just didn't get around to doing it in time. What I wanted to do was I was going to go around with 8x10s. You know, like if you've been at a comic convention, like celebrities are there and they sign like 8x10s.
Yeah.
Like I meant like William Shatner, you know.
Sick.
Sign this. I thought about getting 8x10s of me and then pre-signing them and handing them out to people. Like I met the kids from Stranger Things were there.
Oh, no
I
shit.
wanted to be like, hey, what's up, my Netflix family? And then like hand them my 8x10s at their autograph table. I thought that would have been hilarious.
That's a genius idea, though.
I didn't get around to it. I just didn't get around to print the photos. I'm going to do it for the next one. I know for a fact I think that'd be hilarious. I'm just like walking around handing my 8x10s to people I meet.
Well, who are those, the Native American rappers here?
The little twins?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot their names, but they're cool as shit.
Yeah, dope as shit. I see them
They're
at like
so fucking nice.
I see them at like Frontier City, sitting there slanging their CDs and shit like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, fuck yeah.
When I used to run Bricktown Live,
Do the rain dance, shouty, do the rain dance. That song's such a bop, bro.
dude, when I worked at Bricktown Live, bro, we would have like this like hip hop. My person would like rent the place out and do like a hip hop show there. There'd be like 20 acts, but they would be one of the acts, and they would bring a shit to them. They'd bring the whole fucking tribe. The whole reservation would come out to see him. They brought the biggest crowd, and then they'd play 15 minutes, and then all their crowd would leave, and the next act goes on to like 5 people. It was nuts how many people loved him, and that was 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
And they're still going.
They're still kicking ass. They were on Reservation Dogs. Like that show was
That's
dope.
a great show.
I've
only watched season 1, but it was really good.
Oh man, it gets so much better. I think there's 3 seasons.
There's too many TV to watch.
There's
How
so
to
much
finish
TV
Is
to
It
watch.
Cake season 3 today.
There's so much TV to watch. Like,
have you watched Is It Cake?
So when my friend like Miranda passed away, right? I was like, and like me, I just like always make jokes about shit like that, and I was just like, God damn it! I was like, how much longer do I have with her Netflix account? Because like I'm halfway through New Girl again. I still have it.
It's still active.
We're still active, man. We're still good.
Who is it charging?
I don't know, but I let her use.
You're just slowly overdrafting her account, charging her credit card over. It's just gonna.
Well, I let her use my HBO.
She's not using it now.
That's not my problem. No, but either way, yeah, you're right. There's
10
too
years
much.
from now, her family's like, "Hey, you owe us $3,000 from her overdrafted credit card account." They come to find you.
You animal!
But it's funny, like they logged in, all you were watching were like ghost shows.
Oh yeah,
Just ghosts. And I was like, I'm trying to find her.
you're right.
Trying to locate her.
But you're right. You're right. There's so much TV to watch, and it sucks when I get like.
You said rewatching New Girl, you fucking ass. I don't get people that do that. If you watch a whole show, why rewatch it? There's so much shit you haven't seen.
It's a comfort show.
Who gives a shit? You know what's comforting? Something other cool shit you haven't seen. Have you watched Is It Cake?
No, I don't.
And you're rewatching New Girl.
I'm rewatching.
And you haven't watched Is It Cake? Season 3's out. It's like one of the biggest shows on Netflix.
Listen.
Shout out to Netflix. Thank you for everything.
It's your best friend.
But Is It Cake is awesome. They make hyper realistic cakes, and then you have to guess what is real and what's a cake. Is It Cake? And Mikey Day hosts it. It's funny.
I'm gonna scope this out. I'm in between so many shows right now. I'm trying to finish Suits.
I haven't watched that yet.
It's okay. I'm like kind of losing interest in it, but I'm one of those people like once I start something, I have to finish it.
No, I feel you.
And so like, I mean, a lot of the times it's just kind of like background noise while I'm just sitting there writing jokes. Do you like it?
I like it. But as I said, it's more of a cream soda.
Dude, it was good. So my buddy Kenny was like really, really stoked on it. And so when we were at the White Rabbit soft opening, we were both really, really high and talking about it. And then I bought, a 24 pack on Amazon.
Oh, you can't even buy it here in stores?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's imported shit, bro.
See, I drank exotic cream soda.
Erotic.
Erotic cream soda or erotic ginger ale.
It's erotic ginger ale.
Ooh, it sounds spicy in all the wrong places. That's when you don't want your ginger ale being a little too spicy. I don't like spicy ginger ale. I don't like ginger beer.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of ginger beer, but ginger ale is so good.
I love
when
a
I was
good
a kid,
ginger
I used
ale.
to pour ginger ale,
Mm-hmm.
and like my family, or my parents would go to like events. I don't know what they'd be called, like banquets and stuff like this, and they'd bring me along, and I would put ginger ale like in little champagne flutes, I'd be walking around like drinking ginger ale because it looked like champagne.
Right.
And I was the coolest kid there. Like I was like, oh, your parents didn't give you any? I'm fucking 10.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I was trying to make the other
Fucking
kids think that I was
losers.
drinking champagne. God, I thought I was cool.
They're like, Riley is so dope, bro.
And all of them just lining up to touch my 10-year-old cock. Like, you're the coolest 10-year-old. No, I'm just kidding. I know. So, like, you're so cool.
Then I realized I was at a Catholic church. Wait, what?
Oh, no. I'm getting dizzy. My nose tickles. This champagne makes my nose tickle.
Clipped.
My nose tickles. Ooh, now that's another kind of tickle. What were we talking about? Anyways.
So, yeah, Squid Games came out. It was a great show.
Yeah,
I
that
loved
was a
it.
good show.
It was, so tell me more about it, because you're only in the first 3 episodes. But you say you were there a lot longer. So how long was this process? What are the behind the scenes deets of this show?
Okay, so we're just going to, hold on, let me get a little sip, because we're about to just go on a fucking tangent here.
I'm excited.
I've had to tell the story like 1,000 times. Let's go, 1,001.
It's just going to all 68 of my YouTube subscribers and 1 Spotify subscriber.
Jesus, that was oh, you know what? If that's the case, it was cool. Waste my breath for nothing over here. No. So, okay. So, I can tell everything now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I applied online. I saw a thing on Facebook about it. I sent an audition tape, like a 1-minute long audition tape. I'm just sitting in my car, like in the gym parking lot, like, hey, my name is Riley from Oklahoma City. I do this, I do that. If I was on your show, this would be my strategy. And I was basically like, I'm going to be an asshole.
Right.
Like, I'm going to be a dick.
You're going to be the villain of the show.
Yeah. I was like,
Okay.
I'm going to be an asshole on your show. I'm going to screw over everybody. I'm going to do this, do that. And if I won the money, this is how I'd spend it. And even in the audition tape, I acted like a dick. That was kind of thing. It's like, everyone's like, ooh, my parents, they buy my parents' house. I was like, fuck them. They're old. They should have planned better. I'm going to spend this money on fucking parties, baby. And they called me and they were
So
like,
many strippers and
yeah,
red dog burgers.
And they called me and they're like, oh, you're a musician. Like, we want you to keep that aspect up. And definitely keep up the whole villain thing and keep up how you're not going to use this money on anything but yourself, just to party and have fun and yada, yada, yada. So, like, that's what, like, I met, my first interview was with, like, third tier casting people. So not, like, final decision or anything like this. Like, I had to go up tiers to people. And he was like, keep that up. I was like, that's the angle that we want you to go with.
Right.
That I think would be best if you go with is, like, the whole, like, asshole, party, rock star kind of guy.
Right.
Like, keep that angle. Don't talk about your family. Don't talk about talking about like personal training and all that kind of stuff. Like, don't talk about that. Just keep it short. Talk about that. That's the angle we want you to go with. And I was like, cool. And it went up and up and up. And like I don't know, there'd always be this thing. It's like, if you hear from us you should hear from us in the next month. If you don't hear anything, then you didn't get it.
Right.
It was never like a we'll let you know regardless scenario. It was kind of like, if you don't hear anything, you didn't get it.
Don't worry about it.
But it was always this open-ended, like, in a month or two.
Right.
So, like, weeks would go by, no updates. I'm like, I don't know if I got it or not. Then all of a sudden, boom, phone call out of nowhere, email out of nowhere. It's always someone from London because the show is based out of London.
Right.
Which their times are different than me. So it'd be like 9 a.m. here. Like, I'm asleep. This phone goes off. It's like, oh, is Mr. Riley Hahn there? And I'd be like, oh, Mary Poppins, how are you? Chip, chip, cheerio.
Top to the motherfucking morning.
Bottle of water.
What's up, Netflix?
And then eventually, and then I'd be like, okay, cool. I did another interview, like a webcam interview, and then they asked me more questions, like, aren't you worried about being a villain on TV? Like, don't you think it'd be this? I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck.
Are you worried that your daughter might fall in love with me?
My argument was this: is like, everyone here that knows me in person, in my personal circle, knows I'm kind of an ass.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna bust your balls and rip on you.
Right.
But they also, I'm not a piece of shit.
Right.
Like, I'm still a nice person. I'm still, if you actually know me as a friend, you know I'm a good person. But I do like to bust chops and bust balls.
Right.
But that's just, old school bartender mentality. At that point, it's just bust each other's balls. Bulls on the way.
Bulls.
Bulls.
You got real
the
Boston.
Bulls.
You got real Boston
anyways,
in here, dude.
So that's what I went with. So I was like, dude, I'm not worried about it. People that are actually in my real friend circle know the real me, and that's all I care about. I don't care what some stranger thinks and whatever.
Right.
Anyway, so it goes through this casting process, and finally, I sent the audition tape in September.
Mm-hmm.
September. I didn't find out that I got it until a week and a half, 2 weeks before filming began.
Right.
In London. Because they kept saying, it's like, keep these dates free on your schedule. And I just kept making it through different stages of the casting process.
Right.
Over 100,000 people applied to be on the show.
Jesus.
And they kept letting me know, like, you know, every time you'd get another call, it was like, cutting numbers, you know, in like a tenth.
Right.
Oh, screw me. So eventually they let me know, like, oh, well, like, I'm texting one of the cast people, and he's like, kind of letting me know, because he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He's trying to do the best. He can only do what they tell him he can do. And eventually he's like, hey, it's cool, like, we're down to like the top finalists, like 1,000 people. Mm-hmm. He's like, you've made it to at least like the final pick or whatever. Anyways, fast forward, they fly me. I get the show. They fly me to London. I get to London. I get to a hotel. I'm not allowed to talk to anybody. You show up in the hotel, all your bags. There's all the other contestants there.
You don't talk to anyone.
Not allowed to. They tell you right away. You have to keep a mask on. Like a M90 or what do they call it?
Yeah.
You have to keep a mask on. I can't talk to any of the people except for the production people. Okay. So I walk in, you sit in a lobby. So I'm just like on my phone, you know, text my mom like I made it safe, kind of thing like this.
Right. And
then you have to wait to check in, but you're not allowed to talk to other contestants. You can be like, hey, what's up? What's your name? Where are you from?
Right.
Not allowed to talk to them. They said they will send you home immediately, and you cancel, and you will like null and void everything if they find out you're talking or communicating with any of their castmates.
Right. Because
they want all of your interactions and like face-to-face meetings to be organic on camera.
That's great.
They'd be like, hey, I'm Riley from the elevator at the hotel beforehand. And they'd be like, they want us to be like on the show. Like, we're about to die. What's your name? So they wanted that. Anyways, so I get it. And I get down there. I was like, do you want to know what number you are? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, you are 4, 2. And I was like, yo, bet me 420, the white guy with dreadlocks. Get the fuck out of here. And they're like, 4, 2, 2. And I was like, fuck. I met 420 as this little British blonde girl. Yeah. And I was like, you realize everyone's rooting for you, right? Like it's like if you get eliminated, we're gonna lose a whole demographic.
She probably never smoked weed before.
She got out during red light, green light. She didn't make it past the first challenge. I saw her get out too. Like, no. But I was like, all the students are just rooting for you.
I was rooting for you.
Anyways, yeah. So they line us all up. We get into red light, green light. Oh, I'm skipping social. Anyways, we get there. We have to quarantine in a hotel.
Right.
For like 5 days.
Right.
In our own hotel room. I brought my Roku so I can at least watch. Most people didn't bring anything.
Oh shit.
So it's like watching British television all day and like in their television. I at least brought like a Roku, so I'm like watching Netflix at least in the hotel room.
A lot of TV shows to watch.
Watching Squid Games again and showing this. I'm watching like the Mr. Beast Squid Game. I'm watching like YouTube videos like
you were studying tape.
I was like, how do you beat Squid Games? Like tips for red light, green light, tips for this. None of them worked. I'll be honest, when red light, green light happened, everyone once it started, everyone's like practicing and stretching and had like their ideas. Dude, once it actually started, it was just chaos. Everything out the window. Right. Everyone had just like instantly just blanked and forgot what their plan was. Anyway, so we go through this, we get in the quarantine, they wake us up the morning of at like fucking I think 3 a.m.
Oh, wow.
No, maybe 6 a.m. I don't know. It was early.
Right.
And they take our cell phones, laptops, all our bags, so we no longer have access to any of our personal stuff. And then that's when they give us our tracksuit. So we couldn't be like taking photos in our tracksuits in the hotel room. And they give us all our tracksuits and stuff like this. We all load up on buses. And they take us to this like airplane hangar in the middle of nowhere. It's where they used to build like blimps during World War II.
Okay.
That's how big the hangar is because blimps are in it.
A blip hangar.
But one thing about hangars is there's no insulation, there's no heat, there's no anything. So this freezing. Is January in London, which if you've ever been to London, it's freezing. So it's like 19 degrees. We're in this airplane hangar. There's like these little space heaters around to like this, and they give us like crappy little chicken sandwiches if you want it, and like an apple if you want it.
So you got your vitamins
and some bottles of water.
and hydration.
Or actually, it was like a water cooler, with little cone cups. But still, anyways, we do that. And so they gave us our mic packs and this. And then it was like hours before we actually started red light, green light. Finally, we start red light, green light. They tell us, they lay out the rules for us. So they said it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard as fuck. This is what the director says. Like, we're giving away $4 million.
Right.
We're not making this fucking easy for you.
Right.
Because he was like explaining things. People were like, oh, that's going to be hard. And he's like, shut the fuck up. Like, he's literally like being a dick to us. He's like, we're giving you $4 million. We're not making this easy for you. This is going to be difficult. And he's like, it's going to be long pauses. Like, you're going to hurt. This is going to suck. This is going to be difficult. Now, fast forward, it was 19 degrees. Everyone's read the things on there. It was 19 degrees. It was freezing cold. No bathroom breaks. No water breaks. It took me 9.5 hours to cross the finish line.
Holy shit.
But I crossed with 1 second left. Like, I'm in that final. If you watch the show, there's like compilation of like Leanne, the old lady coming across.
Yeah.
I crossed with her with 1 second left. I made poor decisions. I got tired. I laid down for a whole round.
So they really like trim that up because that whole scene is like
5 minutes.
15
minutes on camera.
Yeah.
Where you see people like squatting. She's like, I can't hold this squat anymore. And shakes and like she just like gives up. We would hold those positions for 30 to 45 minutes. So it'd be like green light, red light, and you go like that, and you got to freeze. You got to hold that freeze, like no blinking. You can't be like this. You can't be like,
oh man.
You can't lick your lips. You can't be like this. So everyone's like arms are like shaking like this, but you couldn't like sneeze. You couldn't talk for like 30 to 45 minutes. Because what they did was we found out they had like 20 people reviewing 500 camera replays to see who moved. Oh. And then after that happened, they got to bring the little camera crews out, get in your faces, little drone flyovers.
Right.
And then about halfway through, people started, after like 3 or 4 hours in, people started not making it. There's old people in there.
Right.
Like people were like falling down, hypothermia, people getting carried out on stretchers. It was bad. People were like, you just did it, and all you heard is like, medic, 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 medic.
I'm suing.
You hear people screaming medic, 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 or something like this because someone like next to them had like passed out or something like this. And it was rough.
Holy shit.
Anyways, I couldn't feel my toes for like 2 or 3 days over that. But we made it, and it was like when I crossed that finish line, bro, it was like I don't think I've ever been more excited that I did anything in my entire fucking life.
So what was your like method to like doing this? Because like what I'm thinking about this is like I would just like run and then just kind of like squat down on my knee, or not like squat down on my knees, and just kind of like chill on my knees for a second. That's what I'm thinking
would, like,
that I
run
would do.
And then like dive on the floor, and then run and then dive on the floor, and just kind of like lay on the floor.
Right. Was that successful?
Yeah, some
Okay.
people was. I'm 6'2", 230 pounds with bad knees. I can't jump up off the ground.
So what was
the song only plays for like 3 to 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's gonna take me 3 to 5 seconds to get up off the ground.
Oh, that's fair. So what was your method?
I was gonna try to stick against the wall, like kind of lean against the wall. So what we found out, the best way to do it, for anybody that happens to be watching, that's gonna be on season 2, keep your hands in your fucking pockets. Can you keep your hands in your pockets? Then your body stays like this the whole time. It's whenever your hands came out of your pockets, your arms would always like do something. You'd be like, oh. And then you have to like hold your arms like this. One time I got stopped with my arms against like this.
Right.
I had to like hold my arms like this, and like I'm shaking. Like I was actually like tears coming to my face, like there's like pain, like. And I was like, watch this be my only 3 seconds of camera time, as them like showing me like.
Come to Kongs.
I was like, I'd rather just have no camera time at all.
So you make it. You make it through the finish line. You go on to the next round.
Yes.
So now that's where you guys go into the whole like.
They take us on buses, and we go to the
living quarters.
The living quarters,
okay.
Yes. Now on the show, you see, I only made it 3 episodes. It looked like I was only there 2 days.
Right.
Like 10 days. Like a whole week.
Oh,
I was there
okay.
like over a week in those dorms. It took over a week to get 3 episodes of footage in those dorms. Because what it was, there was only a challenge like every 3 days.
Okay.
So between this and every episode is a challenge.
Right.
Which means like that 15, 20 minutes of footage of like them showing us in the dorms, it took 3 days to get that footage. So they only show like 2% of what happened. There was people hooking up. There was people fighting.
Yeah.
There was people fighting. There was so many main characters that were in that dorm that got no camera time at all.
Right.
There was a magician that was in there.
Okay.
He was doing like crazy, like the.
Was he making his dick disappear?
No, but there was people fucking.
Dude, yeah. I
and
got
the
questions
condoms
about
for
that.
a lip gloss. People using the condoms for a chapstick.
That's whoa. So like there's
That's real.
Burt's Bees and then there's the Trojan Stees.
The first morning I wake up and I go to like, I was like, I'm gonna go brush my teeth and like shower and stuff. You know, about to be on TV all day. And I go in the bathroom and that's what they have. Like, we only had one outfit the whole time.
Oh,
so if you
wow.
made it the whole way to the end, you were there for over 2 weeks. Same tracksuit,
Ooh, you
same
were
shirt,
stinky.
same everything, same shirt. The only thing you got new every day was underwear and socks.
Oh, that was nice.
But
Okay.
the shirt and everything like this,
Yeah.
same, and you couldn't take it off, except for shower. You had to sleep in your tracksuit. Yeah, because they didn't want you, like, if you had to wake up to go to the bathroom, they want to make sure that, like, you were in your tracksuit.
Right.
Or if you're having conversations, you're in your tracksuit at all times. So, dude, people were ripe by day 2.
People are fucking, because, like, I'm looking, like, I looked at the cast earlier, and, like, just
There's
like,
some pretty people
and
that
I was
had
like-
0 camera time.
I was like, oh, dude, like, what's up?
I
I have no game. It was
I'm not gonna say her name, but there was this very attractive French girl that was on the show.
Okay.
And her and another man from London definitely shared a bunk a time or two.
Hey.
They both got out during Cookie, and they both stayed in London hanging out together for quite some time after the show was over.
Let's go, dude. Love was made. They didn't get the $4 million, but you know what? They found each other.
So yeah, the first morning I wake up,
Lame.
I go to get a new pair of socks. I'm like, the condom drawer is empty. Like, this thing was full of condoms.
Right.
Empty. I'm like, how many people were? I was like, because where I was like, not only, I mean, I wasn't trying to fuck, but like, it also, like, it wasn't even like an option because I had like with
Right.
my alliance and this whole, like, me and all my alliance were like in the one little area.
Right.
And I was like, where were all these people fucking at? That's something like, oh no, everyone used it for chapstick.
Oh,
It was like
wow.
rolling the condom, like, oh, and I'm like, not doing that on camera. I'll just have the crusties. So if you watch the show, the first like this episode 2 and
Yeah.
3, every time you see someone talking, everyone's doing this. Anyway, so what do you guys think with the challenge? Because they're picking all the gunk off of it because everyone's
Oh,
lips were just
man.
bleeding and cracking and all this other shit because of how dry and cold it was.
Right.
And they were making us drink distilled water. So it's like everyone's lips were just like bleeding. So like I was like, so when you see me on camera like talking, it was like, yeah. Anyways, so it goes to Cookie. Days in there, it goes to Cookie, and then that was the craziest time. Like that was the most stressful thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Yeah, they didn't really show they didn't really show you in the Cookie.
Because I was lying on my stomach.
Yeah.
So if you watch the show and I tell you where I'm sitting, you'd be like, oh, there he is, because you'll
Yeah.
see like my dread sticking up.
Right,
But
right.
like I was like down like in the sand like this on my stomach.
Okay.
Because I wasn't on the show really to get TV time. I was on the show to win $4 million. So I'm not trying to be
Rightfully
like,
so.
I'm not trying to be like, where's the cameras at? Also, I don't want to be like, everyone on camera doing this like this. Okay, they didn't show this on the Cookie. It was the gross thing ever.
Okay.
Because every single person for like the 5 minutes before we went in the room was just like, this horrible spit in the mouth. And the second they're like, okay, you can start now. Everyone's like this. And just like 20 minutes worth of built up saliva in their mouth, like in this thing. Like everyone's just like, like just spits everywhere. It was just, and like they're playing with their like me. I'm just like this and like, so just like spit nonstop, just like playing with your spit. It was, and all you hear is people just like, because the room's dead silent, and that's all you hear is just people spitting and like licking it, and just it was gross, dude. But like my heart was fucking racing. That shit was fucking nuts. My buddy Chase got out during that, and then that was crazy because we built this like bond in there, man. Like we're all like,
Yeah.
trauma bonded and shit like this. We just kind of built this friendship, and he got out. And I remember like saying goodbye to him, and he got out. Like I fucking gave him a hug on the ground and shit like this, and he started crying a little bit. Got me like, anyways, gotta get out of there. But like my heart was fucking racing. We made it. I'm trying to fast forward. This is like a 2-hour story.
No,
about
you're
this shit.
good. You're good.
And then they took us to the room, and while because you're not allowed to know who else made it through because they want everyone going into the dorms to be
Right.
surprised
Right.
who else made it through. So we were the second group to go. We were Triangle.
Right.
Circle had already gone. So you got to think of this. So we went in, we had breakfast, and then we went in, and then while we waited for Circle, they gave us lunch, and then we went in, and then we finally make it back to the rooms. They'd already removed the beds because they take the beds
Right.
out. So they have like an idea. They already know statistics.
Like, yeah.
about how many people are going to make it through each game.
Right.
So when they take us back in, we can see like the old beds outside already. They've already taken them outside and shit like that. So like, what the fuck? So we get in there and like I got to find a new bed. Obviously, because all my bed's now gone.
Right.
And
it's not like you had like shit there. That was like, oh no.
I did.
Oh, you did.
I had snuck in contraband. I had snuck in a Burt's Bees in my sock. And
you little rascal.
So I'd be like in my bunk on camera, like, no fucking Burt's Bees in my fucking bunk. I didn't want them to see me take it. So I'm just like, and I hid it under my mattress. So when it came in, my bed was gone. I was like, no.
Once they like come out and be like, now which one of you motherfuckers snuck in some Burt's Bees? Okay, that's why we gave you condoms.
Oh, they knew whose bed was who. Every bed had 4 cameras, a camera on each bedpost.
Oh shit. Okay.
So they're like, when you're sleeping, there's a camera. Like you're trying to sleep, there's a camera right here, and you hear like, you hear the camera like.
Oh, so they totally had those people fucking on film.
Yeah. Oh, they had cameras in the toilets. They get people shitting on fucking film.
That's not legal.
I guarantee people are probably jerking it too. They probably said no, because we shared bathrooms, boys and girls.
Oh,
Showered,
yeah.
like you're showering right next to girls, taking a shit right next to girls.
Damn
but
right. Equality is everywhere.
Well, they had the cameras. They said it was for safety reasons.
Oh, okay.
So in case something did happen, they wanted footage. But they tell us that the footage will not be shown ever.
Right.
But there is cameras in the toilet, like right above the toilet.
Okay.
But I would have fun with it because you know someone's watching. Like they don't just like have it like, okay, we'll only watch it in case something happens.
Imagine just taking like a morning shit.
I'll just
and
be like,
staring
I'll
at
just
the
be like
camera.
this, like I didn't, because usually when you pee, you're like this, like I was like leaning back, like it's nice, it is nice. You like?
Just tell me I have a great dick.
Just going like, because you know someone's watching. You're being watched at all times.
Right.
I'd be having like a conversation with someone about something. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't even like related to the show.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, because there's so many people in there like just begging for camera time and having this like this bullshit outlandish conversation.
Right.
I didn't care. So I did a tons of interviews and I had tons of screen time.
Right.
But you see none of it. They cut it all from the show.
Yeah.
Me and my alliance were the biggest alliance there of all the biggest dudes. They didn't show any of us in the final taping. And it's crazy, but here's what it is. If you watch the show, there's no humor. There's no comedy.
Right.
Like it's all just drama and seriousness.
Yeah.
And me and my alliance were literally just cracking jokes, not giving a shit the whole time. It was like having fun. The only person in our alliance that got camera time was that Brighton guy.
Yeah.
432 or whatever that everyone hated or whatever. But I mean, he was cool shit. It's all fake edited for TV.
Right. But
like,
there was the one dude that you were talking about that really, really sucked. And he was like the one, he was like, you said he was like misogynistic.
Oh, he was a piece of shit. So there was this guy on the show.
The phone dude.
He answers. Okay, so first off, the phone episode, like I said, it only showed 2% of what happened.
Right.
It shows a guy answer the phone. He gets a burger and fries, and then it shows him answer the phone again, and then he gets eliminated. It didn't show the other 5 fucking people that answered the phone. Someone got pizza. Someone got donuts. Everything like this.
Ooh, okay.
They were trying to have. They wanted that dude to go home. I feel like because here's why. Phone rang once. That guy answered the first time.
Right.
Phone. Here's why he answered the phone. Okay. Backtrack a little bit. That dude's a piece of shit. During the cookie.
Fuck that dude.
During the cookie thing, that dude this girl named Vanessa came up to me during the cookie game. She's all upset because that guy's like making fun of her accent. She's from Costa Rica, and he's making fun of me like this and teasing me. I was like, okay, we'll handle it. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna handle this when we can make it back to the dorms. Don't worry. And then Chase didn't make it back to the dorm. I did. I confronted the fucking guy, and I was like, "You piece of fucking shit!" Like, and then producers talked to me, and they're like, "Hey, you can't do that. You can't like threaten people. You know, yada yada yada." I was doing like interviews, like we take you back to the room. They're like, "So tell us about this." I'm like, "How about we talk about this motherfucker?"
Right.
And I was like, "Okay, we'll get back to that guy." No. And Brighton, the guy that everyone hates, and all they saw was this clip of him calling him like frat boy or something.
Right.
And he's like, "Call me frat boy again." He's like, "You're the frat boy." What they didn't show was the day prior to that, he was making fun of some gay kid, and Brighton stuck up for him. So because they want Brighton to look like the villain.
Right.
So they cut out the part where Brighton fucking grabbed him by the neck, like the day before this, and producer said, Stay away from him. If you put hands on him again, we have to kick you off the show. So that's why in that show, in that episode, he knew he could say whatever he wants because Brian's in talking to. Brian can't put hands on him again.
Those
So Brian's a good person. It's edited for TV. That guy's a piece of shit. He's homophobic, misogynistic. He's just a racist. You know what I mean? He's just a bad person.
He probably is an Android user too, and he's a very inconvenient person to society.
Well, so he answers.
Stay blessed. Die today.
He answers the phone the first time, right?
Right.
Well, after that, they kept trying to get me and Brian to answer the phone. Because every once in a while they'd be like, hey, you guys gonna, like the producers would kind of, so the producers also were in tracksuits walking around. So that way on camera, they'd look like cast members on the show, so you wouldn't see them, and they're just talking to us. But really, they're the producers walking around going like, hey, we want you guys to go over here and talk about this. Every time you saw a conversation of two people alone in a corner talking, staged. There were so many people in that room, and there was no point two people were by themselves.
Right.
Like on the steps, like talking just by them. No, never fucking happened.
Right.
Like you would see like Steven and Rick, the old guy and the guy with the mullet talking,
Right.
all staged. Those dudes were never just sitting there by themselves. That's not possible. There's too many people in that fucking room. That was never a thing. But anyways, me and Brian were like talking at one point. And they'd be like, hey, so how about you guys answer the phone? And we're like, no. They're like, well, why not? It's like, unless you tell us, hey, player 422 or player 52, answer the phone, we're not touching that phone.
Right.
I was like, I don't need a shitty hamburger or a cold pizza. Like,
Right.
I'm fine,
I got
dude.
Burt's Bees, son.
I was like, well, by this point, I don't have the Burt's Bees anymore.
I had Burt's Bees at one point, and I'm pretty happy about that.
So I'm like, yeah, because there's a cut where it cuts to me, and Brighton knew because I had just tried deep dish pizza for the first time before the show. So I kept talking about deep dish pizza. So Brighton's like, on the show, he's like, would you send someone home or screw someone over for a deep dish pizza? I was like, yeah, I would do it for deep dish pizza. I would. And then that's like my one big line on the show. I'm like, for pizza? Yeah, I'd screw someone over for pizza. 100%. Yeah.
It was a great line, delivered perfectly.
I was like, yeah, pizza? yeah, I'm going to do it. Anyways, so, but they wanted, because they knew if we answer the phone, we're sending him home.
Right.
And he's only answering the phone so that Brighton and myself can't answer the phone. Now, the second time that he answers the phone, we knew something was up. Like, they're not going to give this guy a second burger.
Right.
So what it cuts to is him right in front of the phone like he's going to answer it. And they totally did this weird chop of footage. Because I'm like as close as I am to you right now. I was like, answer that phone, motherfucker. Yeah, piece of shit. Answer that goddamn phone, bitch. You going home, motherfucker. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Answer that fucking phone. Because it did show him the first time I answered the phone. And he's like looking around the room. I ran away. It shows like the back of me like running up the stairs.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh.
No.
In case he doesn't know my player number, I'm going to go hide real quick. Because I was like, I'm going to go up here. But the second time I was like, dude, there's not going to be this guy fucking treating. I'm not going to eliminate somebody. I knew we kind of knew what was going to happen. That he's going to find someone and trick them to doing something. So it's like, you're going home, motherfucker. I'm like up in his face like, fuck you, bitch, you going home. But when you see the footage, it shows me, I'm like 40 feet back in the middle of the room, just like having a conversation with someone like, they took the footage from the first time he answered the phone and
like,
jumped in there. And I'm not in his face like, fuck you, bitch. And then they sent him home. We were like, yeah, motherfucker. But that was the most hated person in there. Didn't show him at all. But here's the shitty part. Since it didn't show him being a fucking cunt on this fucking show, when the show got over, he was like this like nice, quiet guy that got voted off. And everyone got to know him. So in Great Britain, he did more interviews than anything. They purposely probably didn't show him because they knew that his whole like YouTube act was he's a prick, and that's his type of comedy is being an asshole.
Right.
And he wanted.
Oh, is he a comedian?
Yeah, but it's not funny. It's him just being a dick.
I need you to tell me this right now though, that I need it for my ego, that I'm funnier than him.
You're funnier than him. He doesn't do stand up. He does like skits. Like one of his things is like he shows up this like one tourist spot where everyone proposes. Right. And he goes there to purposely fuck up people's proposals. Like he waits for someone to propose, and then like he'll go up to him like and like trip over him and shit like this. He does this, and he just does it constantly. That's his thing. He thinks funny. It's just funny.
Fuck this dude.
Yeah, he's a prick, and that's his whole thing. Is he wanted to be a prick on the show to promote his brand. Right. And then they ended up not showing him at all. But anyways, he got super famous for it and got tons of fans, and his fans are like Trump fans. Like they are die hard about him being a piece of shit. And anytime anyone from the show on like TikTok and shit said something bad about him, they were like, DM these people, like fucking threaten their lives, like had his
Oh,
back.
man.
And he's getting so much like media coverage in Great Britain. He was on all the TV talk shows and all this shit for his 10 seconds of footage because he's from Great Britain. But I was like, oh, no one knows he's a racist. You know what I mean? And a fucking asshole. It sucks.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. All 68 subscribers on the JJ Wood Comedy YouTube page is gonna
They're
fucking
gonna know he's a
find out.
racist.
He's a racist, a misogynistic fucking piece of shit. He don't.
Anyways, long
he
story
didn't
short,
even use Burt Bees, bro. He used fucking condoms, dude.
the show was cool as shit. I had a lot of fun. When we went to go film the reunion special, everyone from the show I hadn't seen since we were filming came there like, oh my God, Riley. Like everyone there was like,
Right.
I thought you'd be like the main character of the show because everyone in the dorms knew
Right,
me.
right.
Because I was just like, you know me, I'm fucking loud, I'm abrasive, everyone knows me, I'm fucking cracking
Right.
jokes all the time. But I was like, yeah. Like, you were the funniest guy there. And I was like, yeah, that's why I wasn't on the fucking show. They cut me out because I would just crack jokes. I would fart. I would hold in my farts and save them for really quiet, dramatic pauses.
Sick.
They'd be like, the following player has been eliminated. Player number 0, 2.
Just perfect.
And everyone just dies laughing. And they have to like, and like after like 5 minutes, it's like this, like, huh, 4. And then it's just like, never, but this all the time. And people are like, I hope like, we're in a group chat before the show came
Right.
out. So for a whole year in this group chat talking to each other.
Right.
And everyone's like, I hope that fart fucking makes it on the show.
So hold on. So when you get, I don't mean to backtrack here for a little bit, but the final game, the one where you get eliminated, what was your thought process?
So we thought the games would be different.
Right.
But kind of based off the show, you know, behind the scenes of the actual original show is all the games were painted on the walls.
Right.
So the first thing everyone did, everyone's seen the same YouTube videos. We went in the room and everyone's like trying to look at the walls, trying to differentiate what the games are.
Right.
And they had the same drawings from the show. They had the red light, green light. They had cookie. They had tug of war. They had glass bridge. They had actual Squid game. And then they had this other game. We didn't know what it was, but it looked like someone like in a boat, like in a rowboat.
Right.
We're like, what the fuck is that? Anyways, first game is red light, green light. So we're like, we don't know. But the second game is cookie.
Right.
And we're like, okay. So it seems like we're going in order.
Right.
So whatever that boat thing is going to be towards the end, I guess, because we're just going through the order because we're on
Right.
the wall in order. So like, obviously the next game is tug of war.
Right.
Obviously, bro. If we're going by the fucking game.
Right.
And the food was shit. They barely fed us. I lost like 10 to 15 pounds in that was a couple of those few days I was there just because
Oh, wow.
they didn't let us sleep. They didn't feed us. I mean, they tortured us. I mean, like lunch would be like 1 fried egg and like half a cup of rice. Dinner would be like a piece of chicken breast, like this big, like boiled chicken,
Right.
and 2 things of broccoli. Here's dinner. But the thing is, those last like day or so, everyone's like giving me and shit all their food. Because they're trying to like, you know, basically to butter me up. Like, remember me when we picked teams for tug of war. And I'm
You
like,
big strong man.
and I'm like, will do. I went into a food coma when the phone got brought in.
Right.
I was asleep. I was taking a little afternoon nap because I had 4 people's lunches.
Right.
And I went and took it. I was like, oh, I need a fun little food nap. And I went and I took a nap, and everyone's like, oh my God, what's going on? I was like, what is it? Like, oh, someone brought in a phone. I'm like, what? I'm just laying there sleeping. You can see me just like get up in the background. But anyway, so we thought it was going to be tug of war. We easily had the biggest team there.
Right.
We've been planning for this. We had our whole strategy of how we're going to do it. In fact, when we were doing it, Brighton, that everyone thinks is a dick, was actually like, here's the thing about Brighton. That dude was a great guy. He's on Perfect Match right now, by the way. Perfect Match just came out on Netflix. He's on that too.
Look at that.
So he's just on that too. So good for him. Congratulations. You know, I know
Got
he's not
2 Netflix credits.
he's not watching this, but anyway.
You never know, man.
Anywho, he's like, hey guys, don't act cocky.
Right.
Like, don't do this. And like, cause we're all like, we fucking got this shit. Like, we're gonna fucking win. And he's like, no, not cocky. So you see this like photo that got used on you know, Entertainment Tonight and showed this and like
Right.
E! News, whatever, the E! News Network, whatever. And it's like our line, and we're just like this, like, let's see, dude. Oh my God, I can find this, bro. It's, if you just Google my player number, it's this photo of all of us just looking just like, oh, bro. Like, look how serious we like, okay. Yeah, if you just type in like my Squid Names player, you see this photo of us. Oh my God, open the photo. I'm just going to zoom in like this. And like, we just look like so like, cocky,
yeah.
like, look at her, look at this
You're all
girl.
ready to
She's like,
fucking
we
go.
fucking got this, dude. And so the way they always did it is like, when we were all together in the room, they told us the rules,
Right.
right? Like, okay, today's like, once your teams are picked, like today's game will be Delgana,
Right.
or whatever, and they're like, and here, and then everyone sits down. Now the cameras are stopped,
Right.
and they would explain the rules. Any question with the rules, now is the time to ask them.
Right.
Then, action, we're back in this again.
Right.
They didn't do that. They put us in the lines. They never told us the game. We're in lines of like 10 to 12 people.
Right.
They made it look just like tug of war.
Right.
And then they're like team 1 and team 3. Team 3 is the only team we were scared of. The only other line with the guys. But as they're leaving, everyone's like crying and like giving them hugs, like, because they know they're not coming back. It's definitely
Right.
gonna be us coming back.
Right.
And we get out of the room, and I was like, guys, we're not playing tug of war. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, they didn't tell us the rules or anything. Like, they're about to switch this shit the fuck up. We're not playing tug of war.
Right.
And they're like, we're about to walk into the room, guys. So everyone just looks surprised. And I was like, dude, we're definitely not playing fucking tug of war. And they walk in the room and are like, oh shit, it's a 10-foot tall battleship game.
Right.
This is fucking insane that they built this.
Right.
But it was kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Because they told us right then and there, pick your team captain before the thing starts.
Right.
So I chose our team captain, not even knowing what the whole fucking plan was. And then they say only the team captains can talk. Only the team captains decide where the boats go. Only the team captains decide where the missiles go. So there's 12 people on our team. 10 of us have to keep our mouths shut and don't say anything. We don't have to choose where we stand or anything. Like, it's like kind of bullshit. Because Battleship's really just a two-player game.
Right.
It's not a 13. It's not a 26-player game.
Right.
So it's kind of bullshit. So I kind of walked in, and I was told to stand here, and they're like, oh, player this, you stand here. And I'm like, oh, at B7 in an aircraft carrier, the first number always guessed, and also in the boat that always gets out. So I knew before the game started, I'm already like,
This is it.
fuck. Like, I'm out. You know, before the game even started, I was like, this is dumb. I'm out. Like, this is total bullshit. I had nothing to do. This is against, had nothing to do with me not being strong enough, not being smart enough. I didn't get the chance to be a villain. I didn't get the chance to double cross anybody.
Right.
I didn't get the chance to anything. You know what I mean? And it was kind of like, this is a bullshit. This is a bitch way to go out. I just walked into a room, went, oh, a battleship. Oh, I'm gonna stand here. You've been eliminated. Oh, I had nothing to do with anything. But here's the thing, though. After my boat got out, because we were the first team to go in, I guess because they knew that they could hear us on the other side. Mm-hmm. So we're like. So after my boat gets out, they're like, hey guys, so this is really fucking boring. This is TV. We want you guys to talk a little bit. And now that I'm eliminated, like, oh, now we can help them and talk? Now that I'm eliminated, now I can help them. But before,
Right.
are we restarting? Or, you know what I mean? Oh, no, I'm out. Okay, cool. So everyone can talk but me because my boat's out. I can't help anybody. So all I can do is just and then just sit there for an hour while the fucking game finishes and show this. It was bullshit. It was total bullshit. But, whatever.
But hey, it was still great because, it was a great 3 episodes. And
I
was
would
rooting
not
for you.
have won. I wouldn't have won.
You don't think so?
Watching how the episodes played out. So, first off, you have to make sure that you get through marbles.
Right.
50-50 chance. There's no guaranteed way you're making through marbles.
Right.
But let's say I make it through marbles. Then there was the vote where the girls all voted all the guys away. My entire alliance got out there. Everyone that was still left in my alliance that made it through marbles, none of them got voted. When all the girls teamed up and voted all the guys off, all my alliance was in those guys. They were gone at that point. So my whole alliance was not there. So I wouldn't have made it past there. But let's say I made it past that even.
Right.
Let's say one person had saved me. I made it past that. It came down to the episode with putting the gift on the desk.
Yeah.
And you watch Mai, who won the show.
Right.
Spoiler. Put it on Roland's desk. Mm-hmm. And Roland was like, oh, there's no way Mai did it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, dude. That was such a
I would have fallen for the same thing, too. because of like I was very close with Roland, still am. I love that dude to death.
Right.
Roland, Mai, or Sam, if any of those three had put it on my desk, never would have thought it would have been them. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the thought of like oh, no one's gonna expect me because we're friends.
Right.
Now that's the time to double cross somebody.
Right.
But like I'm watching that show going like, I never even thought of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I was in Roland's shoes, I never would have thought it was Mai. And I've hung out with Roland since then. And he didn't find out, by the way, that it was Mai.
Until the show came out.
He went to the big premiere in LA.
Okay.
And New York City. He was at the LA and New York premiere. I wasn't invited. I mean, I was invited to the New York one.
Right.
But I had to pay for my travel to that.
Right.
And then the big reunion thing filming was in Atlanta 2 days later. And I'd already bought my tickets to that. So I was already going to Atlanta for that. And I was like, I wish I could have gone to New York. I mean, it could have been a red carpet premiere in New York. So I was invited. I could have gone and been on the red carpet and all that kind of stuff. But I would have had to have still bought my plane ticket to New York City and all that shit. And it was a whole thing. And I was like, My ticket to the event would have been covered. But like I was just getting to New York and I was talking. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Anyways, I wish now looking back, I'm like, oh, I wish it. Because they're showing my face in Times Square. I mean, did I show those photos?
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
I saw them.
Dude, my face was in Times Square. That was nuts to know my face like on the billboards in Times Square.
Yeah.
Not doing the whole like face. Like a dumb face, but still like, oh. Well, it was right when they announced that today's game would be Cookie and this other side, we were all like, what? And I'm just like in shock face. I'm like, oh, I don't give a shit. Anyways, Roland didn't find out that because the show premiered. He didn't watch it yet. He's on the plane on the way there.
Right.
He gets off the plane. The show premiered while he was flying. So he lands in LA and he's getting text messages saying, bro, I can't believe Mai did that too. And he's like, what are you talking about? What? He thought it had been like Sam or Phil the whole time.
Right.
And then he gets there and he's like, and then like he went straight from the airport to meet the cast with Mai. So he just found out and then sees Mai.
Oh, man.
20 minutes later. And
what was the reaction?
And she's like, Roland, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's like, look, see,
and he was like, I want to be mad at you, but that was really good. No, Mai was really sweet. But that's the point is, I would never have. Mai was so nice to me. Sam was such a nice person. And Roland is like one of the coolest people ever.
Right.
I would never have put it on their desk doing the whole Mai thing. I would never have done that. Like I would have been like, oh, I mean, I want to screw people over, but like these people, like I want to. It's my alliance.
Right.
So, not an alliance, but like Roland would be my alliance. But the other two was like, it's people that I would want to have on my side moving forward. I want these people on my side for the next challenge. Kind of
right.
I don't know what the next game is going to be. But yeah, I never thought that. So I probably would have gone out then. If, like, for example, like Roland had put that shit on my desk, I never in a million years guessed for him.
Right.
So I didn't have the mentality. I would have lost. So.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But it was still a great experience.
It was cool, and I've met, like, everyone from the show. I'm still friends with so many of them. You know, it's
Fuck
like 100-something people, like, the coolest friends I've ever had, you know? And I'm still friends with all of them, and I talk to them all. So it's pretty cool. I had this idea the other day, by the way. We were talking about this last time I was here. Not to change the subject from Squid Games.
No, you're good.
That was a long conversation, but you asked me.
No,
It was going to be a long story.
No, I wanted to hear it. That's why I wanted you on.
That's the only reason? The fuck?
I wanted to hear the behind the scenes.
Oh, there's
deets,
some juicy shit too, but I don't want to say shit just in case it does go
Oh,
out.
yeah.
That'd be like, oh my god, he told our secrets. Now, if you ask me a question, I will answer the questions.
Yeah.
Or I could be like, did you know that this person
Right.
fucking did that
Yeah,
shit? You know
no,
what I mean? Like people that are friends.
I just wait. It's just so interesting seeing how like that type of show, like how like the behind the scenes of it, like what actually happened, like they don't show. You know, because
Dude, it was.
there's not
they
like,
showed 2% of what happened.
So there's not like behind the scenes, like you don't expect like a behind the scenes thing show to come out.
Well, Netflix did like a behind the scenes making of.
Okay.
With some like building the sets, but not with the cast. We were hoping there would be because there'd be so much footage.
So much
we're on
farts.
camera. We're on camera 24/7.
Right.
There's so much footage not being shown. And it's like you thought like, oh, like all the cutting floor footage would definitely get shown of like just bullshit conversations happening. I remember one time we were having a conversation and this guy named Jordan, from Australia. He was talking about like the first time some girl like licked his butthole
Sick.
around this conversation. Which, by the way, do it. Just do it. It's fucking awesome. Do it. You know, spread awareness. Just do it. He's been talking about the story, and we're all like in the story, like, oh. It is, and it's hilarious.
Say more words.
His name is Jordan. He's on Instagram and TikTok from the show. That dude's like Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Remember him from the show, the blonde hair, the little Hulk Hogan mustache?
Yeah.
He's cool as shit. Anyways, it's telling the story.
He's into eating
Producers
ass.
are like, hey, player 42, come over here. They take me out of the room like, hey, we want you to like bring up in conversation and like ask everyone, because all the conversations were fake that you see on TV.
Right.
They're like, ask them like what they think the next game is going to be. And are they worried about it? Are they going to answer the phone? And I'm like, do you know what we're talking about right now? Like, this is going to be a weird way to organically bring that up.
It's a weird segue.
Yeah, so like we go back up there and we're all like talking and like, and they're like, and everyone look at me like, that was fucking weird that they pulled just you away. You know what I mean? To like talk to you. And I'm like, no, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so they go, everyone's like, ha ha ha. And I'm walking in like, ha ha ha. Like, I missed the whole part of the story. All right. And I was like this, like, anyways, guys, hey, what do you guys think the game tomorrow is going to be? And like you hear like 20 cameras go like all spin around in my face. And everyone's like, instantly like, obviously that was a planned fucking thing to say. Because none of us have been talking about the show once.
Right.
All we talked about was bullshit the whole fucking time. And now like Riley's like, hey, so what do you guys think the game tomorrow is going to be? It could not have looked more staged. I feel like that's why that conversation didn't get shown. But like every camera's like spinning around and like all up in my face. Like every camera's pointing at me at once. And everyone's like, I think it's going to be this. I'm like, hey, so you guys going to answer that phone at all? Like, what are you guys doing on the phone? They're like, no. Like we talked about this. Like it wasn't good for TV conversation. Because everyone knows like we're all a good friend circle. And everyone's like, no, fuck no, we're not answering that phone. Anyways, what were we talking about? Back to him getting his booty hole ate. And it was just, I don't know why I brought that up. But it was just a fun conversation.
It was fun.
But there was a lot of fun behind the scenes shit. Just like fun conversations we fucking had.
Right.
And like we literally just like all you could do all day long is just talk to each other or take naps. I mean, you're there, nothing to do. There's no cell phone, there's no television, there's no anything.
Right.
And you're all in that room just like the original show, and you're just stuck there.
Right.
The original show was over in 5-6 days. This one was on for like, you're there for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Just like bored as shit. It was so boring. And the things we did to pass time, like one guy made like a ball out of like socks and underwear. It was like a soccer ball, and they were kicking it around. We did like volleyball where we tied all our jackets together by the sleeves from like one bunk on one side to the other side, and then this giant volleyball game. None of it got shown. None of this shit got shown.
And that's why you guys stayed fit, you know?
Nothing of any of us having fun or enjoying our time there got shown. Oh, here's the best part. Oh my God, there was this. They would call people out for chores. Like, we need 2 people. We need 2 players for chores. Line up at the chore door. And like people would run up there because they know, like, if you watch like the first or second episode, 2 people got picked for chore, and they got to pick some to eliminate. So everyone thinks like, oh, if I can do chores, I get screen time. People cared about screen time. They want like, oh, this is my big chance. I want to make it on TV. I want to be famous. And I just didn't give a shit.
I just want the Netflix cred, bro.
Yeah, I was like, I don't give a shit. It's like, I want to be on TV, but like, I'm not here for this to be like my big ticket to fame.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm an asshole. My whole character in the show is gonna be an asshole. I would hate for like my claim to fame be that I was the fucking asshole in the show. But you know, if it happens, it happens. You know, anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? But anyways, but I remember one time they had like a chore, and sometimes it was mostly just cleaning the dishes, like doing dishes or like peeling carrots and shit like this.
Right.
And if you watch the show back, only like 2 chores ever got shown on camera, and only one got, and one was Steven and Rick, where they ended up having to play the thing on the floor where they have to tap on the floor.
Right.
And they got a piece of chocolate. And then the first one, the 2 got eliminated. Something. None of their chores got shown really. So people were just like doing dishes and like thinking they're on camera, and they would tell you what to talk about.
Right.
They'd be like, oh, talk about this. And they'd be like in their scratch like this. I remember there was one time though that people ran to the door, and Brighton, his bed was right by the door, and he ran to that door to do it. And everyone started yelling at him, like, it's not fair. You've done so many interviews. You're like the producer. You've gotten so much camera time. It's not fair. And he's like, you can do it. I don't give a shit. I just happen to be standing there. I don't, you know what I mean? He's like,
Right.
it's like, have fun. Go clean a toilet. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Like, go do dishes. And he's like, it's just not fair. And he's like, okay, we'll do a fair thing. When everyone got in a circle and did a giant game of spin the bottle.
Right.
And the people that got picked, whatever, got to go be the two to do the chores. Didn't get shown on camera. But, like, I was, like, just, like, in the circle, like, for, like, participation, so I don't look like an asshole. Like,
right.
I'm not ready to be an asshole yet.
Right.
So they're like, okay, I'll put on a fake face. I'm like, this is
Spin
so
the
funny. I was like,
bottle.
I don't want to fucking go scrub a toilet. Like, I don't want to get picked and have to go do dishes. Fuck that. Like, I'm bored, but not like I want to do dishes bored.
Right.
And so I kind of took a step back. Anyways, that girl ended up winning. And they had to go scrub toilets. Nothing got shown on camera. Didn't even get shown on camera. So she was just in there for an hour cleaning toilets on her knees. None of it got in. I was like, there's your camera time that you were so desperate for. You got it.
What were you on Netflix doing? Scrubbing toilets.
Well, it shows them like all like in like a clip while something else is going on.
Right.
Where it's like or they're like watching, like the guards are like watching cameras, like because the next camera. You see like on one of the TVs, it's them in there when they're doing the bathroom chore duty, but like it never shows them like talking or any close-ups of their faces. So but it's like there you go, there's your camera time. The top of your head, fucking scrubbing a toilet.
Dumbasses.
Gross, dude. People were stupid. People, all they cared about was just more camera time. Like so many people cared about the camera time and not about the fucking game. You know who didn't care about the camera time? The fucking final three.
Right.
None of them gave a shit about camera time. Mai was quiet the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
She sat there. She was very quiet, very nice. Like I talked to her, I think twice. While there, she was so nice. Asked a lot of questions, like, "Hey, what about your family and this?" Like old lady questions. You know what I mean? Like, tell me about your parents.
Right.
And I learned her whole life story. Roland was one of the nice people. Phil, very quiet. He's on the show doing interviews like he's a very outgoing person. He was very quiet there. Sam, very quiet. Now he's like this very outgoing gay personality.
Yeah.
I mean, like in the gay community, he tried this, like doing all this shit with Squid Game stuff.
Right.
And good for him. Nicest guy.
Squid Game just really just helped him like get out of his shell, you know?
No, he's very gay, man. He's not in his shell. He was very out of his shell. Like, very, very out of his shell. But on the show, he was very quiet. I think he's just kind of like, he's quiet around new people, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe because we weren't like maybe his demographic. You know what I mean? Of like people he usually hangs around or whatever.
Right.
The point is, like, no offense to those three, like the final three were like the most boring people that could have made it to the final three.
Right.
Like none of like the big personalities made it past the gift on the desk thing. Like after Roland got out, it was kind of like here's a whole bunch of boring people.
Right.
Not
It did
like,
kind of fall off a little bit at the end. But as I said, I'm one of those guys that once I start something, like I have to
it was a
finish
good
it.
show though. It was a
great.
really, really good show. I'll give it that. Like we thought this show's gonna suck. I know a lot of people that did stop watching after the Battleship when I got out because everyone was like, that was kind of dumb. They didn't really have a say-so in that shit. A lot of people stopped watching. And also they released it over weeks.
Right.
And that was the first week was that episode.
Right.
So, but yeah, dude, I'll give it this. That was a very good show. And I can only imagine what season 2 is going to be like. You know, season 2 is going to be fucking nuts.
Do you think that you're gonna make a comeback? You think they'll call you back? No.
That'd be fucking cool, wouldn't it?
It'd be amazing.
That'd be fucking cool. Man, that'd be really awesome. No, last time I had this idea. Talking about last time I was here about like something like a dating thing with like bartenders or something like this.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, what about, they have like farmersonly.com?
Yeah.
What about industryonly.com?
Dog.
Like a dating app, but only for industry people? But like you sign up to an agreement.
It would be the biggest
like you do, like the agreement. Like you have to like agree on things. Like I agree to this. You agree that you already know all of these people have already fucked all of your friends.
You agree not to show up to the other person's job and
there's like the rules are very specific.
Yeah. Dude, honestly,
can you imagine like that shit show website?
Oh, dude.
And can you imagine a hoe bag like yourself just running through all of it day one?
I'm really
just
not
swiping right on every single person on it. And now you can't eat at any restaurant in town.
Oh, I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I like some of these places, man. Dude, honestly, I was talking about this the other day. It's like,
let's talk about industry shit.
Yeah.
Talk about industry shit at all.
Morally, sometimes I just don't feel good about like some of the people that I'm serving. Does that make sense? Like, or I don't feel
Like once
good.
you know?
Like the ones that I know that are like, oh man, like your life is spiraling out of control, but like I know if I serve you, I'm gonna be able to get chips and a drink at Schlotzsky's afterwards. Like,
Well, Schlotzsky's just declared bankruptcy, so you're arguing about that.
wait, did it really?
They're about to close all the Schlotzsky's.
Fuck!
Where the fuck is there a Schlotzsky's?
God damn it!
Maybe I'm thinking about Quiznos. Maybe it's Quiznos.
Okay, but no, it's I don't know.
You got really mad about a Schlotzsky's.
I fucking love Schlotzsky's,
I couldn't,
bro.
dude, gun to my head, I couldn't tell you where a Schlotzsky's is located.
I mean, either, but like I love that shit. I DoorDash that shit, dog. Like that shit was so good.
I'm more of a Jimmy John's guy, you know, because he hunts
Right.
exotic, endangered species. I think that's pretty boss. Everyone boycotted because those photos came out with came with like a giraffe and like a lion dead, and I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool.
It's like I'm gonna go hunt this shit. Like,
Yeah, dude, like that's pretty fucking cool.
but so going back to like the bartending thing, it's like God, it's like you see some of these people that are just like they're fucking their shit up, and it's like the common denominator is like they just drink too much, and I'm just like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna keep doing this. Do it like morally, like
Okay, do they tip really well? Are these people in these?
yes.
Oh yeah, I feel bad a lot. They're like, one more shot.
If they didn't tip,
And
like,
I know that if I say like, "Oh no, you've had enough," they're gonna get mad at me.
Right.
It's gonna be a bad tip. I'm like, okay, just
there's
one
just
more.
where you
Are you driving?
right?
No. Well, okay.
Like
then.
as long as you can get home, like I don't give a fuck what you
Are
do.
you driving? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know, then it's
getting-
like talk to your friend. But if they're like saying, once they say like, I'm not driving, I'm like, I mean,
You're gonna die tonight.
here's another rumple. Here's
Right.
your tab. My trick though is I give them the tab with that shop. When I feel like this is their last shop, I'm like,
Right.
and they tell me they're not driving, I'm like, here you go. Also, you know, here's this. Also this. And they'll be like, I answer like, yeah, you did. You said you wanted your tab.
Right.
Because I know the chances of them like giving me their card to reopen their tab and close it out again are very rare.
Right.
So that's kind of my go-to is like the and your check
There you go.
kind of thing.
I don't know. It's just, it's wild, man. The service industry is wild, and now, fucking thinking about that dating shit, it's so weird, dude. I feel like I just like.
Well, you
don't-
brought me up to last time. I remember like I was thinking about this interview today, and I was like, "What did we talk about last time?" And I was like, I remember it was like a joke that you were working on, but like it wasn't all the way there.
Right.
I know you're talking about like a dating site or something like this, where it's like, how about just an app with like swiping kind of thing?
Right.
That's much easier because you do that while you're at work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's a slow night. Who else is working right now? Like
Right.
Grinder, but bartenders. And instead of
Muddler.
Grinder, it's called like.
Muddler.
Ew.
Like muddling.
I found her on Muddler.
On Muddler. Could be something. It's an app only
Blender.
for only. It's an app
Broken
only.
blender.
It's an app only for butt stuff, you know. Muddler.
Shaker.
Oh, shaker and 10. Swipe again.
Shaker 10. And it says Shaker 10, Shaker 10. No, Shaker and 10.
Wow.
Like that. Shaker 10 or Shaker. I like Shaker.
Do.
By the way, this is legally on camera, so this is our ideas now. Copyright.
Don't steal my shit, motherfucker. Just kidding.
But maybe instead of, or maybe it's like onlygarbage.com. Because we're all garbage people. Just onlygarbage.com.
It's so funny, man. Like, I
Everyone's
would love,
bio
what if we
just
did
says,
like,
do you drink Rumple or not?
what if
like
we
their
did,
bio is Rumple or not.
what if we did like a 23andMe, but it's like a sexual history of all the people that are connected with.
Like the EBDB?
Yeah, like the Eskimo bro, like 23andMe.
Eskimo Brother Database, the EBDB?
Like an Eskimo bro 23andMe, but for the service industry. Oh, I mean,
I'm trying to think about you.
I have my hoe phase, but it's kind of over.
I don't know your hoe phase, and I don't want to know your hoe.
My hoe phase was a hoe phase, bro.
Really?
Dude,
Do I know these said hoes?
Probably.
Now I want this to happen just so I can know who your hoe phase was.
Oh, dude, yeah. I guarantee we're Eskimo brothers, bro.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's
Could
a
be
service
dope for you or really sad for me.
It's the service industry, man.
Oh my
No,
god. I'm not a big industry person though. When it comes
Yeah?
to dating, I'm not a big industry person. I know it's a weird thing because like it becomes one of those things like it's very hard for us to date people that aren't industry just because of the hours we work and stuff like this. But I'm not a big date in the industry kind of person.
Yeah.
One thing I found about dating in the industry is your shit's fucking public. Everyone knows everything about your whole relationship.
Dog.
And I'm not a fan of that. I like to keep my dating stuff very private. I don't like when customers come in and ask about, hey, I saw your girlfriend at her bar the other day. She was talking to this customer about this. Then you got like that shit in your head.
Right.
Nah,
You don't need that. It's
not trusting. Like,
how
I
do
trust
you?
people.
What is your go-to move though? Do you mind sharing that? What is your go-to move? How do you pick up women?
All right, I'm gonna tell you how I do it, but I'm also gonna tell you the best way I was ever told to do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with that. The best way I was told. I'm not gonna say his name. You would know his fucking name. If I told you, you would know who this person was. I'm just gonna type it. Anyways, that dude's skill. What he does, I can't do it. I'm not cool enough. I don't think.
Right.
Okay, not cool enough. That cool enough. I'm not a piece of shit. But his way was, cut them down about something.
Okay.
But something that they can fix easy. So don't tell them like a big nose or like fucked up teeth.
Right.
But just make them feel like
your eyebrows could use a little work.
or what is that fucking shirt you're wearing? You know what I mean? Or why did you put your hair that color? And basically makes them feel like they're not good enough to talk to him. Like cuts them down because it's something that they can fix.
Right.
And then but then he still keeps talking to him.
Right.
So they're kind of like, so this is his skill. This is his game.
Right.
Is that they'll be, I'm not good enough to talk to him. He thinks I'm ugly or something like this, or I look stupid, but he's still talking to me. Oh my goodness. Right. Granted, this person's also like 6'4" and handsome and chiseled like a fucking Ken doll. And
what are you gonna do?
He could just smile and probably get them. So that might be how it really works. But that was like that is the most fucked up, twisted way of fucking getting someone.
But it works.
We saw it work for this man more times than we could ever fucking count. I don't know. I'm the guy, if I had to pick someone up, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I'm always like I don't know, man. I don't do pickup lines.
You're never like you're always the prey. You're like, no, never.
I don't do the pickup line thing.
I'm the greatest that's ever written pickup lines. There's no one that's better than me.
I heard a great pickup line the other day, though.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. You want to hear it?
Yeah,
it's so fucking good.
Let's go.
So, you go like this. Hey, that guy over there thinks you're really fucking cute. And she's like, who? He's like, hold on, I'll get him for you. Hey,
Bro.
I was like, hey, that's really fucking good.
I might have to use that. So my last time that I don't know, I just think ever since I quit drinking, it's just like hard.
I just have a great personality.
I feel like my mojo.
I'm just funny. My goal is make them laugh.
Right.
But I don't do the approach. I've never been like a whole thing of just abrasive approaching. Hey, what's your name?
Right.
You come here often?
Yeah.
I just did. I don't say that kind of shit. I don't know. I feel like I'm just a nice person. I don't know, the nice guy thing.
Right.
This shit doesn't work, but I'm not a bad looking guy. I'm also 6 foot, 230 pounds. So that works out great for me as well. I'll be like, oh, hey, you watch Netflix?
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I've never.
Let's go.
I have not used that. I have not used that. Okay, what were you saying?
I felt like my
you have a pickup line you're saying or some of this?
My mojo's kind of been gone since I quit drinking. I don't know.
It definitely helps.
Yeah, because I mean, but I also don't really go out that much. I remember it was last summer, and a year or so ago, my friends were trying to hook me up with this one girl, but we were all out just chilling, doing our thing. Mm-hmm. They were drinking, I wasn't, so I was like, I'm just gonna head out, y'all. I'll see you later. Dipped out, whatever. But then they're having a baby shower, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm bartending this baby shower.
Okay.
Yeah, dog.
What a weird thing to have a bartender at. Carry on.
And we also had a fucking ounce joint too. So it was that baby shower was
weird
sick.
Baby shower, all right.
It was sick, bro. So anyway, that girl's there, and I'm like, hey, whatever. we do the baby shower thing. We're breaking everything down, and she goes, "Is there anything else that I can do to help y'all?" And I was like, "Hey, can you just do this one thing and have a good rest of your day?" She's like, "Yeah," and then she left. Right. My friend, Amber was like, "Damn, JJ." She's like, "I thought you were about to spit game," and I was like, "I was."
Oh, that was you stopped yourself?
Yeah, no, I was like, that was me. That was it. Like that was the game I spat.
That you spat?
That I spat.
Man, I don't know. I felt like
spitting game spat.
I mean, bartending helps.
Yeah.
I feel like you get this different set of confidence being on the other side of the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Okay, so you know me in the real world,
right?
And then you know bartender me,
right?
Bartender me, very eccentric, very
right.
Out there, big personality, extrovert. But you also know me outside of bartending,
right?
Very quiet, to myself. I'm at a bar by myself, sitting there by myself, just like playing a video game on my phone, having a drink.
Right.
Very introvert. Not really want to talk to people.
Right.
Until you get me up in a conversation, then I'm a lot of fun.
Right.
But I'm not like trying to be the center of attention when I'm out just by myself having a drink kind of thing.
Right.
So I think it's all, I don't want to say an act, but it definitely, when it comes to women or something like that, I feel like if you're behind the bar, you can be anybody you want to be at that point. You can be any personality you want to be.
Oh, I change my name every shift.
Really?
Last night I was Sergio.
You just tell because hey, what's up, man? My name's Sergio. If you guys need anything else.
Well, the people were just like Sergio. I was chilling. I was like pretty high at work, and I was just like on my phone. Someone was like Sergio, and I was like, oh yeah, that's me. I'm Sergio. What's up? Fucking idiots.
I had a job worked at one time, and I went on break, and while I was in the back, eating some dinner on break, I guess something happened. A customer got drunk and was pissed off at one of the other bartenders. And I just like walk out of the back, I'm just like, actually done eating, way to like wash my hands and get back to work. And this guy's like, what's your name? I pointed at me, I was like, Steve.
So quick with it. Steve's a good go-to.
Yeah, it was like Steve.
Right.
And he was like, all right, you'll be hearing from I was like, I'll be messaging your manager, you'll be hearing from me. And I was like, huh?
What's going on?
I just came out. Anyways, days go by. My general manager calls me in the office, and he's like, "Hey, did you tell a customer your name was Steve the other night?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did. Why?" And they're like, "This guy went all the way up, like to the highest you could possibly go to corporate, to email, and said he was treated like shit." And some guy named Steve was so rude to him. And I was like, what? I was like, no, that dude literally, I walked out, he yelled at me saying, hey, what's your name? And yelled at me, I said Steve, and then I walked away. That was the only conversation we had. But anyways, corporate was like, who works for you named Steve? He should be fired or reprimanded. And my boss was like, no one works here named Steve. I don't know what's happening. And this went on for days. And after like 3 or 4 days, I was just like, wait, who worked that night?
They're like waterboarding.
They're like,
who's Steve?
Who worked that night?
I don't know.
I bet Riley did some stupid shit and said his name was Steve. And after days of this going on, they're like, did you say your name was Steve? And I was like, yeah, I did that. I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. So I was in trouble. They're just like, don't do that again. I'm like, don't do what? I didn't do anything.
Did you find it funny? It's like a lot of the times in the service industry, if you try to put in your 2 weeks, a lot of times they'll just be like, nah, you can just leave.
Yeah, they do that a lot. They do a lot of jobs, though.
Yeah. Well, because like when I worked at this restaurant and I had already put in my 2 weeks and I was like, yep, this is it. And I realized I was like, oh, I could do whatever the fuck I want. Like I'm going to do it respectfully, you know what I mean? Because I still like enjoyed the people that were there. But like one time this lady was like fucking bitching about her fucking burger. And she was like, oh, it's not hot. And I was like, lady, I just burnt my hand touching it in the back. Like, she's like, are you calling me a liar? And I'm like, this might be 3rd degree. She's like, what's your name? And I spun around. I went, JJ. And I'm about to quit, so I don't give a fuck.
When Kong's closed, the last night at Kong's, not only do I miss it, my bank account misses it too.
Yeah.
Looking for work. Anyways, Netflix isn't paying anymore. So the last night at Kong's, we were so fucking busy.
Yeah.
And it was all these customers we've been serving for years that came in. And I was like, we're going to business. I'm going to pick and choose who I serve. Because it was, were you there on the last night?
No.
Insanity. Lying around the block to get in. I mean, it was like, if you
Stresses
got
me
in,
out.
it was a 20-minute wait for a drink. You're waiting for a drink.
Right.
People only had like one drink and leave. And it was too many people.
Yeah.
But I made money. I'm not mad about it. But what I did do was pick and choose who I served. I'm only getting people that have been coming in here and tipping very well for a long time. It's busy enough. I can pick and choose. Those people are here. So people be like snapping at me like, hey, we're waiting on a drink. I remember, oh my God. And I felt so good with this. There's this one motherfucker who's been coming there for years. He has a fucking like weird crazy eye like this. He's like, he never has any fucking money. His friends always buy his fucking drinks. He'll be able to borrow their credit card and show this, so their cash. But always he's like, and this and waiting for a drink. And I had, oh my God, I almost came when I said this. I was like, no, because that motherfucker's been coming in for years and tipped me a single fucking cent. So fuck you and fuck him. You're not getting a fucking drink from anyone in this bar ever again. Eat a dick. See you later. I went back to taking customers' drinks. And
and all of that was
I had
truthful,
never
too.
been so happy.
Man.
Like I felt so good. Like I'm like I gotta fuck off for like 3 years now. And I was like, no, fuck you, dude. And I was just like, that was the greatest fucking. And I went and told my boss. I was like, hey, you want to best what I just fucking did? Like I don't give a shit. Like this is so fucking cool.
This is amazing.
I felt so good about it.
I kind of had a moment like that last night. I had this one regular who I can't stand. You know what I mean? He's just really hard to have a conversation with. Yeah, we'll just say his name was Steve.
It's definitely
Steve, bro. But like he's like hard to have a conversation with. He always interrupts me when I'm speaking. You know what I mean? It's like you ask me a question and then like interrupt me like when I barely even started giving you my answer. It's like what the fuck, dude. Either way, I knew, and I was like I couldn't catch him, but I'm like I know that he's writing cash on his receipt
and then
as
not
tipping
putting
and not putting it in the jar. Well, last night I was doing this thing where I was pulling all the cash out before, right? And it was also kind of slow, so whatever. No one was really spending cash at that point. Everyone was starting tabs. So he signs, he writes cash, nothing in the tip jar. And I just went back to him and I was like, hey, bro, did you put that in? I was like, did you put money in the tip jar? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, crazy. And I pulled out the tip jar. I was like, because he didn't. And then it was just one of those feelings that I just like, oh, man.
Finally.
Ah.
I like to make him feel stupid.
And then he tried to like hand me a couple dollars and I grabbed it and I threw it back at him. I was like, no, keep it. And then he got upset.
You threw money at him.
I didn't throw it like at him. I threw it like
Even worse.
pick it up.
I remember somebody did that to me. I mean, it happened to me. Obviously, it happens a lot. But one thing I did that was really fun with that. I remember like they wrote cash. I knew they didn't put any fucking money in the drawer. I was like, there was no money in the can. I was like, hey, did you put cash in the can, right? And they're like, yeah. I was like, hey, I need security. And they're like, what's going on? I was like, the money's gone. Sorry, there's no money in the jar. Someone's taken it.
Right.
I need security to watch. I gotta go watch the cameras now. I gotta watch the cameras. Like it says, you said you put money in the jar, right? And there's nothing in there, so somebody took it. I need security to watch the bar. I gotta go watch the cameras really quick. Boy, if you don't think when I run away to the office, I don't put some dollars on that tip jar.
Look at that! It's magic.
Yeah, I just go walk away for like 5 minutes. They put money in that jar, or they just be like, "Oh my god, I don't know what happened." And I'm like, "You're a piece of shit."
Dude, fuck people.
But I'm definitely the guy that will ignore you. I will ignore you.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we were that busy. I mean, I could just be like, nah.
Yeah, not happening, buddy.
You're about to get the worst made cocktail ever. Vodka cranberry, gin and cranberry. Just tell you it's really gross vodka. Cool.
Dude, we're closing, bro. Fuck it.
No, that's not a closing thing. That's an all the time thing.
Oh yeah, fuck them.
Anytime someone asks for a double, one thing that Lance always showed me, so they're cheap and not tipping, and they're asking for doubles, just top it with a gin. Well, gin. So it was like a tequila pineapple or a vodka cranberry, but they wanted a double, like make it a single. But when they asked for it a double, we're like, oh, it's not strong enough or whatever. Like, oh, can you make it stronger? Just well gin on top.
I always hate that. I had a guy that's
It's like no
always
matter what the drink is, well gin. They want a double LIT, well, you're about to get 2 ounces of gin.
fuck.
It's so
brilliant.
gross.
Damn, I'm off for a whole week. Now I have to wait. Do this. Fuck. Fuck.
Don't be
it's
a
gonna-
dick and then ask for a double.
Dude, I mean, I've never understood, like, there's some people that be like, they try their drink, be like, no, I just need just a little bit more in there. And I'm like,
Did you even put alcohol in this?
yeah, they're like
No.
that little bit is not going to do shit. Like, what the fuck?
Well, it was good to drive, then you put that little splash in there. Now I'm fucked.
Right. Fucking idiots, dude. Service industry is fucking wild, but we really need to start that dating app. Let's make this happen.
Sponsored by Rumplemints.
God damn it.
Sponsored by Rumple. By Rumple, and then you got like a vape company. Because I feel like every fucking ditzy bartender in town just vapes when they work, and it's annoying. I used to vape, and now I see, like, when you see them vaping, oh my God, have you noticed this? They're not taking a drink, they're like, what you want? Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Okay. And they go to the computer and like,
It's like, are they even breathing air?
put
at
it the
that point?
fuck down.
You don't
Make
need
the
it that
fucking
bad.
drinks. You never even smoked cigarettes. You weren't there. You weren't down in the muck when all those bartenders just fucking taking power smoke breaks at 2
Dude,
a.m.
yeah, you have like 5 minutes. You had to like, you would get
3
like
cigarettes in 5 minutes.
You would get speed pooping and speed smoking down, bro.
We could also smoke in all the bars back then too. So I'm smoking while shitting. You know, you gotta do a double take.
I don't miss smoking cigarettes.
You ever
man.
smoke while you're taking a shit and like,
Dude, I was drinking
and
coffee.
you just like ash between your fucking legs. You're just like,
Convenient. Yeah. That you feel so manly when that happens.
dude, you're just like, guys, you don't sit like this and just go. No, you gotta be like,
Yeah.
dude, I miss smoking, man.
There's parts of it that
I quit
Don't miss.
fucking, I mean, fucking 9 years ago.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But fuck, I miss it. That craving never goes away, man. Ever.
yeah.
Do you,
I don't know.
one thing is like the Zyn thing's popping off right now. Everyone's doing like the pouches now.
I never was a dipper.
Well, it's not dip. It's like the pouches.
Yeah.
It's like you don't spit.
It just absorbs into your jaw.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't know.
It's blowing up right now. It's huge. I'm like, that's fucking gross.
I've just been like, I don't know. I'm never making fun of vape, but like I do like the weed vapes. I'm not doing those nicotine
Look at that
vapes.
adorable little thing.
Dude, isn't it so cute?
I thought that was like a car key.
It's a key
It looks
fob.
like a car. It looks like a key fob.
And I don't even have a car.
Where'd you pull that out of? Your pussy?
Mm-hmm.
That big little thing?
Yeah, I did.
Is that your rabbit? Can I control it from my phone? What the fuck is that little thing? Is that like a weed vape?
Yeah, it's a weed vape.
You're doing something so gnarly out of something so lame looking.
I know, but you
You're
know
doing
what?
and you're doing what 40 states consider illegal narcotics out of the little Hello Kitty fucking key fob.
You know what? And this is probably easy to like
the
fly
federal
with.
government labels it a narcotic.
It's probably easy to fly with too. Maybe.
I mean, they would know.
No one.
No one's gonna fucking know. Just don't
There's
smoke it.
nowhere on there that says that there's weed in this.
Does it? Do drug dogs sense that shit?
I don't know. Dude, honestly, I
Do
don't
drug
think.
dogs even look for weed
No,
anymore?
I think they're just looking for things that go boom.
Are they looking for cocaine?
They're probably not.
Or
Dude,
heroin?
honestly, because I was about to go on a cruise a few years ago.
Yeah.
Before the whole happened, and
9/11.
yeah.
2001 called. They hit the other power. They hit the other tower.
But no, I was like thinking about it. I was like, yo, can I sneak like a weed pen onto this like cruise? And I was talking to my
bet you
friend.
could.
I was talking to my friend who went on the same
Something
exact
not
cruise.
If it's going to Russia, but,
Right.
You know.
Yeah, don't do that. I was talking to my friend who went on the same exact cruise that I was going to go on. And she's like, dude, it was my honeymoon. We were doing rails in the fucking bathroom. I was like, okay, that's a little too much. I just want to like smoke some weed and chill on a boat, you know?
Well, there wasn't dogs on the cruise. When I went on
Yeah.
the cruise, there wasn't dogs. I'm talking about the airport, though.
Yeah, most likely.
When drug
I
dogs at
bet
the airport, think they're searching for cocaine?
you would think.
Not just bombs. I mean, that they have to be searching for cocaine. But my thing is, like, do they still search for weed?
I don't think so. I think it's just like more lenient. It might just be a slap on the wrist.
Because let's say you're just piling bricks of fucking weed through the airport. It's starting to smell like weed. Even one joint's gonna smell like weed. A dog can't tell the difference between
Right.
fucking illegal bricks and legal little fucking pre-rolls. Dogs are gonna fucking know. Weed's weed to the dog. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you got like one fucking little pre-roll, they're gonna fucking bust you.
You'd be like, man, just probably toss it. You know what I mean? Maybe. I don't know.
I wonder, just attacked by dogs and put in handcuffs and shit like this over a fucking one pre-roll
I was supposed to go to Bali.
for your fucking little vape.
Like, it's so innocent.
Or then the dog's like, "What do you smell, dog?" They're like, "Weed." They're like, "Don't fucking who gives a shit?" Or do they even still train them for weed anymore?
Bro, honestly.
Or it's like it's like a whole month of training. It's not even worth it anymore. We just stick to just the powders and bombs.
There's something for that fent. Bro, I had this joke that I've been. Dude, I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Oh, sorry I had
afterwards.
to miss your show the other night, buddy. Sorry.
Oh, you're okay. No, it's not the last one. As a matter of fact, I will be at the White Rabbit July 18th. It's a Thursday.
I'll be there
Damn right he will.
because I have to be, because I work there.
It's a cool spot, dude. I'm really, really stoked about that place, man. It's a cool little vibe.
Yeah, dude. I'm waiting to get some punk bands in there too, man. That's
Gonna be a good time.
Trying to watch them fit on that stage, and then dive off a stage.
They're gonna get
that's 6
espresso
inches
shots and start like fucking moshing.
Dude, Paul, the owner, wants punk in there. He wants to be a punk boy. He wants
Well, he's
that.
naming all the stuff after punk songs.
He wants it to be like old Drunken Fry, like original Drunken Fry.
The OG
And I'm
one.
like, this building, the bar is very nice, and it's very nice. Like, it's like, you want holes in your wall already? Like, it's what you're asking for is holes in your wall.
Right.
Toilets broken, clogged up, shit on the floor, holes punched in walls.
Are punks
and
even like
graffiti.
that anymore? Or are
No,
they all
assholes
vegans?
are like that.
Yeah, that's true.
it's not punks, it's assholes.
Listen, like
There was so much graffiti in Drunken Fry bathrooms
oh man, but god damn it,
and
dude.
high-low bathrooms. Remember that bathroom?
High-low
The high-low?
bathrooms. Oh yeah, dude, I did so many drugs in there.
You want to see a joke? Look down.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, but that was your best work, dude.
Oh, absolutely.
That was
My
your best
one.
work.
That was the best one. All right, man, we gotta wrap this thing
Oh,
up.
fuck you.
We can have you back on.
Okay. By then you might have 40 followers.
No, well, unless I lose them. I feel like the
two
next time
Spotify listeners.
we're gonna get you back on
Is one your
because
mom?
we need to continue talking about this dating app idea.
We gotta get it going, get it rolling.
We gotta get this going. We gotta figure it out,
Gotta get Elon Musky on it.
dude. Let's make this happen. A service industry dating app. I want fucking chaos. God damn it.
It would be. It would be insane.
Oh man.
And also, okay,
Would it be insane or would it just be a family reunion?
okay. You've been in relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is this not the worst? I saw like a TikTok about this. Is it? And it fucking hit, bro. When you get into a fight with your girl,
Mm-hmm.
like a serious fight that might
Right.
lead to breakup, right before your fucking Friday night 9-hour shift, and now you're working Speedwell or something like this. Is that not the worst fucking night of your life?
Mm-hmm.
I saw TikTok and I was like, I've been there. It's the worst fucking, like getting dumped or broken up or just going through a breakup right before like a Saturday double or something like this, and you're like, cool, worst, about to be the worst fucking day ever.
Finding out that they're cheating and then you gotta go fucking work a fucking nightclub afterwards.
I found out the next time I was shooting one time during my shift, and I fucking left in the middle of a Saturday Night Rush to go fucking catch her.
Yeah.
I did that one time.
Ugh.
Yeah. I got to the bar, and my friends that come to like, don't go in there. They're like, don't go in there.
Dude, honestly though, like I just feel like dating's so weird. And the polyamory thing is just so big, but like let's just say what polyamory actually is, bro. It is a mental health issue.
What is that? Where you just like date multiple people at one time? or
Yeah,
something?
no, it's like so the dude has like 2 wives or whatever. It's just like saying like, oh, it's okay to cheat.
Yeah,
It's just not for me. It's a mental.
well, not even that. The whole swinger lifestyle is weird to me. I don't.
Not a fan.
It's not my personal cup of tea.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's to me to each their own.
Right.
You know, some people. I mean, it could just be like, okay, not to keep the fucking show going a little longer, but like,
No, let's go.
we see things where like the girls buy
Mm-hmm.
or something like this.
Right.
So the guy's understanding of this.
Right.
So they do this. But and that's okay. I don't see a problem with that. The girl likes to have sex with girls, you know what I mean?
Right.
She's like, well, I don't mean it's weird if we're cheating, so he's involved too sometimes. Like, It's when like the guy goes like a whole nother room to fuck a girl, and she goes to a whole other room to fuck a dude. They're not even in the same room with each other.
Right.
That's when it's kind of weird to me.
I just feel like that there just has to be.
At that point, you're just really good friends that like to fuck, and you just have bills together. So you're just like, it's easy.
That's all it is. That's all. No, that's literally all polyamory is. It's people who are afraid to be alone, want to sleep other people, but don't want to pay all the bills by themselves.
The guy, but it wasn't like it was like we got a mortgage together now. It's too complicated.
We got to get a third. And like,
I like my booty hole licked. If you don't do it, but I also can't pay the mortgage alone.
It's weird because like, okay, imagine like a girl seeing another girl like giving that Glock 3000, man. That's got some dude fucking speaking gibberish and sign language, bro. You know those great blowjobs. You're like, oh god, it's so great. And she's never given that to you.
I don't know if it's in my hands right now.
Yeah, so she's either just like, wow, sis, show me how you did that, or fuck you, die today.
I've heard that before with girls talking about like why they wouldn't be okay with threesomes. They're like, what if you were doing something with her that you hadn't done with me, or something like this, or something like this, like that make them feel weird. I don't know. I'm weird about that. I don't know. It's just not my thing.
Oh, not my style.
What a weird.
I have friends that are like really into it, and like they go to like gatherings and all this stuff, and like
they have them.
Yeah, and she was telling me.
And I said to each their own. I don't judge people for doing it. I'm just kind of like, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm still gonna make fun of them, but I make fun of everyone. That just sounds like how you
catch something. That just sounds like that you're gonna catch. Like they have like the swinger cruises. You know what I mean? Like, ooh.
Yeah, cruising right down to Syphilis Lane,
baby.
It's like,
ooh, you're gonna get something. You're gonna get something.
Ew.
Everything is sticky.
Everything.
The whole cruise ship's like a movie theater floor, just gross, dude.
Ew.
No, I'm with someone. I like someone. You know, I want to be with that person, kind of thing.
Dope. Yeah.
If I want to be with other people, then I don't want to be with that person, kind of thing.
What's that line? It's like if it's between you or some other person, just let her go, because if it was you, it would have never been that other person.
Whatever that was, sure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait, no. Here's what it is. Let me try it again. I'm gonna edit that shit out. I'm gonna edit that shit out.
When did we get into this conversation?
Yeah.
This went off. Oh, you brought polyamory is crazy people.
Yeah, polyamory is fucking crazy. If here's what I was gonna say. If
this conversation came out of fucking nowhere.
If it's either between you or another guy, let her go, because if she really cared about you, that other guy wouldn't be an option. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
I'll give you that 100%.
Yeah.
Wise. That was a solid high five.
That was so
on
good.
Camera. That was a good one.
So that's going to be a clip, bro.
That was a solid high five.
It's going to get like 57 likes on TikTok. Let's do it again.
Yeah! Look at that tingle in my penis.
Ooh, what?
It's
All right, we're going to end this now.
Please. Let's explore that option.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Riley, love having you on. Fuck yes.
They're good, dude. They're good. They're tasty.
Oh, that's a good high five, bro.
It's good seeing you, man.
Yeah, always, man.
Pump your sponsors, make that money.
Yeah, dude. Float OKC. Go change your life for the better. JJWoodComedy.com. Buy a fucking t-shirt. Come to a show. At JJ Wood Comedy on all your social media platforms. I am 1 follower away from 2,000 followers on Instagram. It's kind of a big deal, dude.
Why am I here?
I don't know. Make-A-Wish Foundation's a wonderful thing. Good night.